Growing up in the 1980s, like so many other youth of my generation, the Karate Kid movies had a profound impact on me. Sure, there were many hit films that came out at the time, but few captivated us in the way the Karate Kid movies did. At the time, we loved the films because we could relate to the characters and the predicaments that they faced. We understood the feelings that Daniel, Johnny, and Ali were experiencing. We adored Mr. Miyagi, and all wished we could meet our own wise Mr. Miyagi to help solve our problems. Children could relate to these movies, and in many ways they were a Rocky series for a younger generation. And as time passed, and the first film now 35 years old, we are still talking about and analyzing these movies today. So much care was put into the development of these films. So many details were taken into consideration that added to the overall effect and love of the movies. But as children, we couldn't fully appreciate the artistic expression involved, such as the long, uncut takes of two characters interacting, or the cinematography, starting as a close-up and slowly panning back to reveal the scope of the All-Valley tournament. So many details like these is why 35 years later, we're still examining the films. These movies, like many others for my generation, are cherished. So when I first heard the news that the Karate Kid will return after 35 years in the form of a TV series, my first thought was, oh no. Oh, please no. Please don't ruin my beloved Karate Kid like so many other intellectual properties from my childhood have been destroyed. I'm picturing a CGI Mr. Miyagi outfitted as a cyborg, fighting robot ninjas in the future, in space. Hello everyone, my name is Martin Faubert and welcome to the COBRA KAI Guy. Considering how much care went into the original film and knowing how much this movie means to me and so many others of my generation, my only question is, will this Cobra Kai series give the Karate Kid intellectual property the respect it deserves? Well, the answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. The creators, the writers, the actors, the producers, the directors, the cinematographers, the sound and music designers, the prop masters, everyone involved in the project gave the Karate Kid the true respect that the legacy deserves. When developing a series for an online platform, it actually comes with it many advantages. It gives the creators more freedoms to develop the work they truly want to see without having to adhere to strict requirements for something that's going to be made for theaters or a network television release. They don't have to comply with a strict running time or make breaks to insert commercials. And they don't have to make a massive spectacle to try to compete with the latest blockbuster comic book mega hit. Instead, they get to develop the work that they truly want to see on the screen like they would as fans. The care and precision put into the original movies is why we love them so much and why we are still talking about them 35 years later. And as I watch Cobra Kai, I can see that same level of care and precision was put into the development of this series. So many tiny details, so much thought and care was put into every single scene of Cobra Kai, I wish to give it the attention that it deserves. And I of course want to share these many great things with you. Tiny details that we may not have fully noticed when watching, but it added to the overall tone that was being delivered, such as the dust buildup on Johnny's TV. This single shot of a mid-90s TV set next to a second-hand shop lamp and the utterly perfect dust buildup on the dials tells us so much about the character. The type of TV tells us that Johnny is detached from modern technology. He's stuck in 20 years ago. The dust tells us that the television, like Johnny, have not moved in many years. He's stagnant, in one spot, going nowhere, collecting dust. Or the squint in William Zabka's eyes. This actor can convey so much with the squint of an eye. In this scene in particular, that single look shows me a desperate man. A man so desperate that he is willing to ask his enemy for help, and in that same moment realizing that the enemy that he was willing to ask for help is the one responsible for his pain. Heartbreaking, and all said with a single look. There are so many examples like this in the series. Now there will be some spoilers in these videos. I do not intend on breaking down the plot for every single episode, but by analyzing some of these details, inevitably some plot points will be revealed. And this channel is not a review of Cobra Kai. If you're looking for a review of Cobra Kai, I'll give you one right now. I give the series and every single episode an A+. I can assure you that aside from being just some guy with a camera and a YouTube account, my affiliation with YouTube doesn't go beyond that. I can genuinely say that Cobra Kai alone is enough to upgrade to a YouTube Premium account. So if you haven't already, consider upgrading and check out what I think is one of the best series ever made. And thank you all so much for joining us on the Cobra Kai Guy. Please like the video if you do. Think about subscribing to my channel. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of my assessments, or let me know what I can do better. See you next time on the Cobra Kai Guy.
Not too many bites, huh?
Not yet. Plenty still out there. If you got something worth biting, eventually the fish will find you. Just have to be patient.